Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Activities for People Living at Home with Dementia. We are proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. These programs are recorded and are made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. I am your host for today's activities, and I gladly bring you Dave Parks, the owner of Home Care Assistance. He is bringing Mind Fit to us today, and I can't wait to see how he is going to stretch our neurons. Dave, when you are ready, take it away, friend. And Dusty's back.
Okay, let's see if I can do the old share.
And Margie and Bonnie, this is participatory. So if you know an answer, just shout it out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, can everybody see that?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, beautiful. So I do have a minor announcement. It does not affect my participation in this group, but I did want to just mention to y'all that I did sell my agency, but I'm still working here, but I'm no longer the owner, which to me is the best of both worlds, right? So I don't have the pressures of being an owner, but I still get to work in the industry. So I just wanted to mention that to you. I'll send a note to Gail so she can change that slide. But,
Okay. What's your new title, Dave?
so they call me home care liaison, which essentially means I'm the marketing business development guy. So
Okay.
You get paid.
Well, as long as you keep showing up, that's what
Yeah.
matters to us.
that's right. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Do you still get paid?
I still get paid, yeah, by somebody else, which
Doesn't get any better than that.
so, and my wife's still in the business. I may have mentioned that to you in the past. So she's still, so everything from a client and caregiver perspective, everything's pretty much the same. It's just other people now are doing the back office stuff and all that. So anyway, so what I wanted to do today is a little bit of a review, because what we've been doing that really the last 5 or 6 months is kind of jumping into activities. So what I wanted to do was kind of step back and kind of review why we're doing what we're doing. And then I just want to go through, we're going to do maybe 1 or 2 activities on each area of the brain. And I just thought that would be good to kind of step back a little bit and kind of, remind us why we're doing what we're doing. So, so just real quick, so the brain is like the body, right? So as we age, certain things slow down, but there are some things you can do to help your brain health. And one of those things is, of course, participating in this particular exercise, but that's what I really like about what Gail's put together, is because you're doing a lot of different, you're doing something a little bit different every day. Something not necessarily just a little bit different, but significantly different every day. Some of it's music oriented, some of it is food oriented. And then, so there's just a lot of variety, and variety is very important. So, and so what you're doing through Dementia Friendly Fort Worth, and also some of the activities that we're doing, is stimulating the different areas of our brain. So we've talked about these things every week: memory, executive functioning, attention, language, and visual spatial. So those are the cognitive things. So, but there are some other things that you can do to help your brain health as well. So briefly, those would be things like coping with stress. Stress can actually create damage to your brain. So we all experience stress, but it's how we cope with it. So we're going to do a coping activity real quick. Also, socialization is very good for your brain. So the fact that you're participating in this activity is a form of socialization. So all that's good. Usually the folks I'm speaking to are not the ones that need more socialization. It's probably somebody that you know that maybe not is maybe not as social as others. So and then certainly recreation is good for the brain. Sensory, we've talked about this in the past, where if your eyesight is not as good as it used to be and you've been prescribed glasses, you need to wear them. The same thing with hearing aids. If you need to wear them, if you need that. A lot of that has to do with the fact that it's your brain's kind of like a computer, right? So you want clear information going into your brain, and then clearer information will come out. Exercise, we've talked about exercise, where exercise is good for the body, but it's also good for the brain, right? So studies have shown that moderate exercise can have beneficial impact to your brain. So it's not just good for your body. And then diet. Generally, what's good for your heart is also good for your brain, right? So, and there are some brain superfoods like salmon and blueberries, walnuts.
We just had those today.
What's that? Oh, I thought, so anyway, so I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on those things. So I want to do an exercise on coping with stress. So we may have done this in the past, but it's been so long. One of the ways to cope with stress is to talk about pleasant memories from the past. And so we call it social reminiscence. And you can do this kind of in a game format, or you can just have a natural conversation. But what I want to do is kind of combine holidays and childhood. Okay. So what I wanted to do, if you're comfortable, is talk about what your favorite holiday was growing up, why it was your favorite holiday, and maybe a memory from that favorite holiday. Okay. So
Christmas.
What's that?
Christmas.
Okay. All right, David. So tell us about that.
Got gifts.
Gifts. Okay. All right. Do you have a particular memory about Christmas?
They're all good.
Does anyone recall what happened last Christmas on this very program here?
Santa Claus
You
showed up.
you wore a
Santa
Santa
Claus
suit.
showed up. That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
Very good,
Yeah.
Don.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don. You saved us.
No, Steve had it too.
Yeah.
Steve.
I'd say
Yeah.
Christmas is one of my favorite holidays growing up too. Basically because it was, of course, winter time, and I grew up in North Dakota with a lot of snow.
Mm-hmm.
We're out of school, does that help type of thing. But it was favorite because of just the family activities.
Mm-hmm.
Church was a big part of it. We're always at church during Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
We do activities together as a family. I remember as a kid one year, my mother was a single mother, so we didn't have a lot of money, but one year she decided to have us make a nativity set, and she'll use that salt mixture, and we made our little figures, things like that.
How cool.
Those things that they were just kind of fun, to remember that.
So, Steve, I wish I had your facial hair. I'd save a lot of money on a beard for Santa Claus.
Well, that's one of the reasons I kind of grow it out. I have the outfit too, Dave, and I use other than last year I didn't, but other years I played Santa.
Yeah, very good. I love it.
Mainly in church settings. there's a First Baptist Louisville has a teen mother
Mhm.
ministry,
Okay.
and I do that for them, and of course all the kids, all the little
Yeah.
kids and things like that.
Yeah.
And then for the Oasis, which is their dementia program, I go and I play Santa Claus,
Okay.
them come and do it.
Yeah.
So I just do it deal places. I've done it for family, and things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not professional, not
very
professional.
good.
I do it.
Very
Yeah.
good. Any other holidays? Excuse me. Anyone else wants to mention or talk about?
I like the 4th of July.
Okay.
Um, when I was growing up,
Birthday.
when I was growing up, in Illinois, when I was growing up, we'd go out the fields and watch fireworks explode. But then we moved to South Carolina. You could actually buy fireworks all year
Okay.
round.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I always got to set off my share of what do you call those things that they dropped in the toilet to make them explode? I forget.
Bottle
Cherry
of-
bombs or something like
Cherry
that.
bombs.
Oh, cherry bomb.
Oh, cherry
So,
bombs.
But I
Yeah.
never blew up any toilets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of black cat firecrackers,
Right. Right.
sparklers,
Yeah.
and food. There's always food.
They
Oh, yeah.
would poke their eyes out with those sparklers.
Oh,
They're
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
your favorite
Margie,
holiday is
that's
just
right.
around the corner. So,
what was your favorite holiday?
I remember as a kid, we'd shoot off so many firecrackers. The lawn would be scattered, with all of the paper, and we'd have to pick it all up afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
oh
And
yeah.
it's all little
Make
bits,
it pick
little
up,
bits of paper.
Yeah.
We never had anything bigger than just the regular little firecrackers.
Yeah.
We until I got older, and then I could buy my own
Right.
type of thing. But
Yeah.
of course, nowadays I can't even do that in your neighborhoods.
No,
No.
Margie, you were talking about what is your favorite holiday? Margie?
Yes,
no.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Tell us
Very
about
good.
Christmas, Margie.
Well, I just got excited to unwrap all my gifts.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah. So my
must be-
favorite holiday was actually Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, that's another biggie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Thanksgiving because I like food, family, and football. So
Yes.
they're all at the same time.
Yes.
All right, very good. So that's just one way to stimulate or to cope with our stress, and just to we all experience stress, but it's just a matter of how, and it's important that we cope with it, right? So whatever makes sense for you, I highly recommend that you find something that will help you cope with stress. And so, okay. All right. So these are just different categories you can talk about, right? You can talk about your childhood. You can talk about adolescence. You can talk about your first job. So, so just to mention the exercise domain, right? So the exercise domain, can help reduce your or slow down. It says right here. So with high level of physical activity, can significantly reduce risk of cognitive decline. And then there have been some cases where it's improved cognitive function. So I'm not a medical person, but these are just based on some studies that were done. So just some real, just some ideas. So if you don't get out of the house very much, or you don't have a place to go exercise, a lot of people like exercising in a group, but there are some real simple exercises you can do that I would suggest that you find some that make sense for you and that, are safe for you. There's a website called eldergym.com. and you can go there and get some exercises. So that's where we got these. There's some shoulder stretch exercises, hand stretch, which is real simple. You just put your hands out and spread your fingers, do that like 10 times. Hip rotation, ankle circles. So there's some real simple ones you can do in the comfort of your own home. So another thing we've talked about in the past is your diet. Before we get into executive functioning. So your diet is what's generally good for your heart is going to be good for your brain. So obviously fruits and vegetables.
Yes,
We talk about with our clients what we call the Mediterranean diet. And it's basically a focus on plant-based foods with moderate consumption of meat, right? So it's not like don't eat any meat or anything like that. So it's kind of moderate consumption. And then we talked about the brain superfoods. So then we talked about these non-cognitive things. So I want to jump in real quick and bounce around a little bit, maybe do one activity in each of these cognitive domains, just to remind us how that all 5 of these are important. So does anyone recall what executive functioning is? What does it do for us?
Being able to remember to do things in the right order.
Yeah, very good.
Processing part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and helps us make decisions, analyze information. I mentioned before that we had a client that her memory was actually pretty good, but her executive functioning skills was what was being impacted by her cognitive decline. And so, for example, she could remember to brush her teeth, but she couldn't figure out the steps to do it in.
Yeah,
So,
I understand that completely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not brushing the teeth, but other things I do with my shop and particular things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what executive functioning does for us. So I wanted to do just a couple of, we've played Family Feud in the past. So this kind of helps us think through the question and what the appropriate answer is. So I wanted to do a couple of these. First one is name something a wife tells her husband he needs to change.
Get a new wife.
Attitude.
Attitude. Okay.
Margie says what?
Underwear.
Underwear.
Underwear. At least once a week, whether you need to or not, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Margie.
Oh.
The oil in the car.
Okay, that's a good one. All right,
Actually,
so the
my
top
wife would
answers.
never remember. So anyway,
The top answers are his clothes. We can kind of throw underwear in there. His attitude, and then it drops
Hey,
to a
that
few,
number
but his
one.
looks. Now that would be a little bit tough to do, but
Mhm.
staying out late, eating habits, and his job. So, all right, name something people consider a snack food.
potato chips.
Pretzels.
Cookies.
Cookies,
Margie says pretzels.
pretzels, okay.
Potato chips.
Apples,
Apples, potato chips,
donuts,
donuts,
M&M.
donuts.
M&Ms. I love
Soda.
M&Ms.
What's another snack?
All right, I think we got most of those. Chips, popcorn, peanuts, crackers, pretzels,
Cookies.
fruit, and
Oh, we got
cookies.
pretzels.
Good. Got
We
most
got
of
peanuts.
those.
That's the only one we missed.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a couple more. What
I
one
don't-
thing would you
I
most
don't
hate?
consider popcorn as a snack. That's a main food item.
That's
food.
true.
That's a food
That's
group,
right.
right?
We used to have popcorn for dinner when I was growing up. I loved it.
Well, we did. Every Sunday night we had popcorn for supper.
Yeah.
Wow.
Popcorn and peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Mm,
That sounds good.
I'll come to your house.
Yeah.
Y'all
So
make me
my-
hungry.
So my mother used to really like cake for breakfast. So Of course,
can
my
relate to that.
kids love that. We're gonna get cake for breakfast.
Eggs? What's eggs? We want egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So what one thing would you most hate to forget to pack on a trip?
Your passport.
Passport? Oh, very good.
Well, these days it'd be medication.
Underwear.
Yeah.
Underwear.
Underwear,
Go, Margie.
phone charger,
Phone
Yep.
charger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Camera.
Camera.
Camera. Yeah.
Camera. Yeah.
shoes,
Money.
Shoes.
money.
I think we got most of those. Clothes. Oh, toothbrush, money, camera, passport.
Oh, nice.
Good.
All right.
All right, we'll do one more. Besides throwing them away, name something you can do with old newspapers.
The bottom
Play
of the
the
bird
murals.
cage.
Bird cage, yeah. What was that, Don? Did I hear something?
Not me.
Not you? Okay.
Guys, vinegar and newspaper to clean the windows.
Clean the
Clean the
windows.
windows.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Paper mache.
Or wrap up.
Paper mache.
Yeah.
Glassware.
Good.
Wrap your glassware, that's a good one.
I made kites out of some newspapers when I was
Okay.
younger.
How
I use it as layers for my
Planes?
painting,
Yeah.
Yep.
so I don't get paint on everything. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
drop cloth, I guess. is what it is. Name
Put
it.
down for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, then we got most of those. Recycle, burn them, clean windows, wrap gifts, pack dishes, crafts, and line the bird cage. Very
In
good.
the bird cage.
All right, so I want to jump to,
You can bring this back again since we're skipping over so much.
Yeah.
Please,
yeah, okay.
please bring
Uh,
it back again.
So one thing I wanted to mention was there's another activity called triple bonds, which we've done this before. And then again, this is stimulating the executive functioning domain. So I wanted to do just a couple of these. So here's one. So the idea is these are 3 words, and there's one word or phrase that binds these together, or they have in common.
Blades.
Okay. Blades, right?
Blades.
Helicopter, scissors, and grass. The answer is blades. Joe Montana, George Washington, Indiana Jones.
President.
States.
They all have states in their names. Yes.
Indiana
Yes.
Jones is not a president.
Yes.
Oh, they have
Wow.
states.
All right, and then we have eyeglasses, paintings, and
Paintings,
bicycles.
Bicycles.
They're round.
That's a good guess, but that's not the suggested answer.
Eyeglasses, paintings, and bicycles. What do they all have in common?
Wheels.
Wheels.
No, that's a good
No,
guess.
paintings don't have wheels.
Yeah. So
That's a tough one.
Things you look at or look through.
Paintings. What does that have in common?
it does
with
have something to do with
bicycles?
kind of the edge of each of these. Think of that.
Frame. They have a frame.
Frame.
They all have
Frame, that's
frames.
right.
Good
Ah.
one.
Very
Frame.
good.
Frame.
All right, we'll do one more. Peanuts, eggs.
What
and
is it? I
yolk.
didn't get it. What was the answer?
Oh, they all have frames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Peanuts,
Peanuts,
eggs,
eggs,
and yolks.
The peanuts and eggs have shells.
You crack.
Yolks.
Yes. Who
Crack.
said that?
Crack 'em.
Yes.
All right.
All things
Oh.
you crack.
Yeah, sorry.
I like that.
All right. Computer, potato, and poker.
Computer, potato, and poker.
Things you tap.
No, it's a good guess. Not the suggested answer.
Oh. Chips.
Chips.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Good.
Oh,
Very good.
Thank you. I should have thought of that one.
These are hard.
Yeah.
They're stimulating.
They are.
Yes.
A boxer,
Smoke out my
a
ears.
catcher,
Mhm.
a surgeon.
Is
A
this with
boxer, a
gloves?
catcher, and a surgeon.
Gloves?
Gloves.
Yes. Good job, Dusty.
Yeah.
They all wear
Gloves.
gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask another question about this one. So the boxer and the catcher, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, scrap that. The boxer and the surgeon has something in common different than the catcher.
Mess.
As it relates to gloves.
They cut or
They
punch.
both have blood.
Stitches.
They have two gloves.
That's right. The boxer and the surgeon usually wear two gloves. The catcher wears one glove. Yes.
Oh.
All right.
You're making us think.
I know. That's
That's
what we're here
good.
for.
Yeah.
All right. This one's kind of tough. A banana, the check at a restaurant, and bowling pins.
Splits.
Yes.
What?
Very good.
What was that?
Split.
I'm sorry. I
All
missed
Splits.
things that you can split.
What was
split.
it?
Oh, Don.
Banana
Split.
Split.
and you
And
can
split them.
split the check and then the bowling.
Things you
pins.
split.
Split.
I really just thought of banana splits and I just sort of
Yeah.
spit it out.
Go Don.
Yeah, that's very good. All right, so I'm going to go back to some of these here. So, and then next time we'll finish the. Okay. Oh, let's do this one. So this goes back to Family Feud. So going back to
Frugal.
Family Feud, I skipped these, but so then I'll finish the rest of the domains next time. But what do you
Okay.
call someone who is careful with money?
Frugal.
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 Stingy.
Stingy. Tight.
Miser.
Right?
Miser, yeah.
Someone who's,
Miser.
What about
Oh,
around
careful with
Christmas time?
what do you call someone who's careful with money?
Generous.
Cheap.
Scrooge.
Cheap.
Spending.
Scrooge. That's right, Scrooge. I'll
Scrooge.
tell you how my daughter answers this question. She calls him Dad. All right, so cheap, stingy, tight, penny pincher,
Penny
frugal,
pincher.
Scrooge, thrifty. Very good. Whoops. All right, this is we should get this one. Pine, palm, and cedar.
Trees.
Very good.
Trees.
Ooh, bam.
Boardwalk, waterworks, and jail.
I want to say bars, but it's not that.
It's part of a game.
Oh,
Monopoly.
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 Very good.
Yeah.
That's right. Spaces in Monopoly.
I'd have gone all day and not known that.
Lennon, Wayne, and Kennedy.
I'll start with first names are John.
That's
Sorry.
right. Very good.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we did that one.
We did that one.
We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Did that one. Okay, so next time, so next time we'll go through and we'll hit on memory, visual, spatial, language, and attention. But executive functioning to me is one of the funner ones. So
Yes, it
But-
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
yeah, so next time we'll do memory and like I said, visual, spatial, language, attention, and then we'll kind of have kind of that review finished up because I just think it's important to kind of step back sometimes.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
And,
Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
You're
Very good.
welcome. Well, I hope you'll have a great July 4th, particularly you, Don, since that's your number one.
That's right.
holiday.
That's right. I don't celebrate it exactly like I used to, but I still like
Thank
it.
you guys.
Yeah, very good.
You.
All
Good to
right.
see you.
Bye, Dad.
All right, y'all
Bye.
take care.
Bye,
Bye, Dave.
All
Thank
righty,
you.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see what's coming up next. Boy, his time with us just goes too fast, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
We love having Dave around. Please come back soon, Dave. Okay, I'm sorry my bird's so
very
loud
innocent.
today.
Mhm.
It's all right.
Okay, today, here we are with MindFit. Tomorrow, Peggy Spear is coming to us from the Amon Carter Museum of American Art, and she's going to bring us art that has something to do with seafood.
Nice.
I never know what Peggy's going to show us, so it could be anything under the sun.
That's right.
Any
Or
food
under
I
the sea. Anything under the
food I
sea.
see, I eat.
Anything under the sea.
Anything, oh, I like that. Anything under the sea. Margie and Bonnie, do y'all have any questions for us about how we work or how things go here? We welcome you.
Thank you. We had fun today.
Yes, we did.
That was good. We're gonna enjoy it. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good,
All right,
good.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.